What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Homebrew Subaru. In this episode I'll be installing some more accessories onto the Impreza RS. What's up everyone? Like I mentioned in the past video, I do have a bunch of accessories to install onto this car, and where I'm going to basically start is with a wind deflector that I bought off Amazon. I do hear wind noise as I'm going down the highway. Wind tends to hit the roof racks or the bars and kind of rolls around on it. You kind of get a whooshing kind of noise with a bit of fluttering almost. So a wind deflector is supposed to basically have the wind shoot right off the windshield, hit the deflector, and right off the top of the car, so you don't hear any of those noises. Plus, it gives a little bit of a aesthetic look to the front of the car. So at the same time, I have this Subaru banner to put on the windshield. I'm not usually the one to put a banner on my car, but it was well priced on. It was on sale actually, and I've been following Subaru 555 on Instagram for a long time now. So wind deflector, banner, not a big deal I don't think, but I do have to kind of dig out the hardware for the wind deflector and see what that's all about, and then I'll kind of set up the camera and get it installed. So I've got the wind fairing all unboxed. I don't know how you pronounce this company, whether it's Inno, I have no idea. It seems to be decent quality. It's more of a universal thing. This is what they call the medium, which measures 40 inches from the furthest or the widest point to the widest point, which I kind of measured off for my car, and that's what I decided on. Comes with, like, the hardware's pretty heavy duty feeling, and it comes with these little paint protector stick-ons, I guess, where the actual fairing rests on the paint or rests to the roof of the car. You can apply those on there. So because I have these and the banner, I'm just going to give this all a quick wipe down and just kind of a quick wash, just so that when I'm installing this stuff I can apply these and they're going to stick on and stay on there good. So basically where to begin is start to attaching the actual brackets onto the bar. So you're going to want to use one of these hinges. The hinges are labeled, so they actually, on the plastic piece, they have R, C, and L. R meaning the right hand side of the vehicle, C obviously the center, and L for the left side. So you're going to want the appropriate bracket with one of the clamps. Then once you have the one that you need, the hinge actually has a nice rubber padded side on one side, and so does the clamp. So they will actually go around like this, and then using two of the longer pieces of hardware, you drop the bolt down through, and then use the plastic knob, which has a hex nut inside of it, to actually tighten it down. Once I get it temporarily kind of tightened up and installed, I'll just reposition it over the side and get the other two on. So now that I've got those installed, I can kind of sit this temporarily in place to see where exactly it's going to sit, and so I can readjust these. So it's probably best to adjust from the trying to use the mirror as the center line and pull this one over. Okay, so this center one's not too bad. So I kind of need to see where it's actually going to clamp bolt up to. I think it's going to sit something like that, which to me on the car looks pretty decent. So I'm going to tighten up this one just for now. They actually give you the option to put this hardware either way. So I think I'm going to have it so the knobs actually come up through the other side. It means you have to use this plastic washer with the squared off end and sink it in there. Ideally, I would, I don't know how anti-corrosive this hardware is, but ideally I'd have some stainless on here. So after I get this one tightened up and do the same to the other side, I will be ready to make sure everything's tightened up and just have a final look. Just have a final look. It looks good to me. Okay, so now that all the hardware is pretty much installed and tightened, it's just the adjusting that needs to be tightened up last. So you can kind of see it will still flex up and down. So I'm ready to take the little paint protectors, stick them on to where they need to go onto the body of the car, and then once they're in place, I'll put a little bit of down pressure on the wind deflector before I actually tighten up all the final adjustments. Now that all the paint protectors are on, I'm going to just apply a little bit of pressure right down here in the center and crank this center adjuster tight, and then do the same to both sides. So that's how easy it is to actually install this thing. There's not a lot to it. You don't even need tools. This is very firm and in place. I think the construction of it's pretty decent, and I really can't honestly remember what I actually paid for it, but it was around the $100 Canadian dollar mark. So it is easily removable. The rear hardware passes through the bracket, but the bracket is slotted, so just undoing the rear hardware loosely, the clamps will open up and you can take the whole thing off. I don't know how it's going to hold up against the weather, but I've seen plenty of people have them in the weather. Whether they, if you miss with the snow brush and hit that thing, I don't know how it's going to last, but we'll see how it works and see if it actually changes the wind noise. So next is this SubiWorks banner. It's just going to go across the top of the windshield, just kind of like that. So I'm going to try and center it up and get some tape to hold it onto the windshield without getting my hands onto the windshield too much, and then just basically start peeling it back and trying to knead it on there. So yeah, it's as best as I'm going to get it without spending a lot of time. I kind of measured off from the end of each S just to the edge of the window. It's a little bit of, it's probably about a 1/4 inch out, but I'm basically going to start peeling off the backing and start applying the letters directly to the windshield. I think it's good to go where it is. Just try and make it not move around too much, and try and keep it flat as I'm going, of course. Right away, a great big bubble. Like, well, that's in the top piece. We're okay, we're okay. No stress, no stress. And then I used to have a tool for doing this. I don't know what happened to it, like a lot of the stuff I own, but just something straight edged, flat plastic, just to try and knead it on there a little bit to make sure that the the actual decal is going to stick to the windshield and not come back up with the top piece. This next letter is just completely cut into the paper. I'm just literally going around the entire decal trying to get my fingernail to get something to lift. The ease seems to be okay. Okay, I think I'm ready to lay the rest of it on. What a challenge. And I know I could have taken even more care than I did, but realistically this took me almost as long as the wind fairing. Now there isn't many bubbles, but I'm going to try and get some of them out just using my pita pit guard. The material's so thin that I'm just worried that I'm just going to tear it. Yeah, all I can say is it's better than it was. There's still some really micro small bubbles, but I've got rid of most of them for the most part. And that's kind of the finished product. So that's what it ends up looking like. I do like the appearance of the wind fairing. The banner is a banner, it's like no big deal, but I can already see how probably the windshield wipers are going to pass into it. And they kind of wear out windshield wipers, and windshield wipers wear out the banner. So we'll experience with how that happens over the next 6 months or so, because it rains a lot here and the wipers are always on. So yeah, I'm glad it's something that I purchased. Gives the car kind of a little bit of a sporty appearance in the front, and of course hopefully it gets rid of that wind noise. If I ever think about it and I go for the road test, I will eventually mention that. But the next things will be kind of working on the front of the car, I believe. I haven't totally decided yet, but more stuff is coming. I plan to try and keep on doing a couple things for pieces that I have. I've even got a head unit that I've got to replace into this, so I've been listening to the stock head unit, and I've got something much cooler to put in, I should say. But yeah, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here and you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me. Leave your questions and comments further down below, and I'll see you in the next one.